What if? What if the entire world just went silent for, say, 12 seconds? All right, so today we're going to deconstruct Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda, a poem that's built on that simple but really radical idea. Let's dive in and unpack the powerful message behind it. And really, this is the big question at the heart of the whole poem. I mean, forget hours or days. What if, for just one tiny moment, every single person just stopped? It sounds so simple, right? But as you're about to see, the implications are absolutely massive. And it all starts with this. See, Neruda's not asking for an hour or even a minute. He just says, hey, let's count to 12. That's it. That's the first step. And here it is, the line that kicks the whole thing off. And what's really cool is, you notice how it's not some dry command. It's more like an invitation. It's a call to action for everyone. He pulls himself in, he pulls us in. We will do this, all of us, together. Okay, so what's really behind this idea of being still? On the surface, it seems so simple, but trust me, every single word here is chosen for a reason. Let's really get into the what and the why of it.
So first things first, why 12? Why not 10 or 15? Neruda never spells it out for us, but you can bet it's not just a random number he picked out of a hat. There's for sure some deeper symbolism going on here.
Well, the most popular ideas point to the things that literally structure our lives, right? The 12 months in a year, the 12 hours on a clock. Either way, it represents a complete cycle. It's kind of like a measure of our day-to-day existence.
Then he adds a couple more rules to the game. First, complete silence. Don't speak in any language. Why? Because, words can build up walls between us. And second, he says don't move our arms so much. And this is just brilliant. It's a double meaning. It's about our restless, fidgety movements, but it's also, of course, a reference to weapons, to violence.
So let's just imagine for a second. What if we all actually did this? We count to 12, we go silent, we stay still. What would that moment even feel like? Neruda has a word for it. He calls it exotic. It would be this incredible collective pause, something humanity has literally never experienced before.
Yeah, he calls it an exotic moment. And he doesn't mean exotic like, from a faraway land. He means exotic as in wonderfully strange, totally new. Think about it, a moment with no rushing around, no noise from engines and machines, all the stuff that defines our lives. It would just be this sudden, shared quiet that, in its strangeness, would actually connect all of us. And this stillness, it would have some immediate, powerful effects. He gives these amazing examples. The fisherman out in the cold sea, he wouldn't be harming whales. The man gathering salt, he'd finally get a second to look down at his own hurt hands. You see what's happening? In that one pause, all the destructive stuff stops, and a little bit of self-awareness starts to creep in. And those hurt hands, that's such a powerful symbol, isn't it? They stand for the personal price we pay for being in constant motion. We are so busy, always chasing after what we need, what we want, our greed, that we completely miss the damage we're doing, not just to the world around us, but to ourselves.
So he starts with this personal harm, right? And then he zooms out, way out, to the most destructive thing we do as a species, war. He pictures this moment of stillness as like a universal ceasefire, a truce for the whole world.
He talks about people preparing for green wars, and you might wonder, why green? Well, because every war is, at its core, a war against nature, against the environment, against life itself. He calls out wars with gas, wars with fire, all these destructive methods, and then he hits us with this incredible irony, a victory with no survivors. I mean, seriously, what is the point of winning if there's nobody left to celebrate?
So in this quiet moment, just picture it. The warmongers, the people who start conflicts, they put on clean clothes, clothes that aren't stained by blood and conflict, and they'd walk side by side with their so-called enemies, who are in reality their brothers. And for once, they just do nothing. It's this beautiful vision of our shared humanity taking over, even if it's just for 12 seconds.
Now, Neruda's pretty smart. He knows people might get the wrong idea here. He realizes that this call for stillness could easily be confused with, total laziness or even death. So he steps in to make a really important clarification.
And he says it as plainly as possible. This isn't about being lazy, and it's definitely not about death. He says, I want no truck with death. This whole thing is a call for more life, not the end of it.
Okay, and I know what you're thinking when you hear that line. Trucks? Like pickup trucks? And honestly, that's a totally fair question. The answer is actually a really cool little detour into how the English language works.
So here's the deal. In older English, the word truck didn't mean a vehicle. It meant to trade, or to bargain, or to have dealings with something. So when Neruda says he wants no truck with death, he's saying he wants no part of it. No deals, no association, nothing. His focus is 100% on life.
So you've got these two different ideas, right? On one side, there's total inactivity. That's basically the stillness of death. And he's like, nope, not what I'm talking about. But on the other side, you've got this huge silence that he's asking for. And that's an active pause. It's a moment to interrupt that deep, nagging sadness that comes from never really taking the time to understand ourselves.
Okay, so if this stillness isn't death, then what in the world is it? Well, for his final, absolutely beautiful metaphor, Neruda tells us to just look outside, look to the earth for the answer.
The earth itself teaches us the perfect lesson, doesn't it? Think about winter. Everything looks dead. The trees have no leaves. The ground is frozen solid. But we know that just beneath that surface, life is just waiting. It's getting ready to come back. So that stillness, it's not an ending, it's a crucial part of the cycle, a time for regeneration.
And that's the exact cycle the poem is proposing for us. Step 1. Humanity is just rushing around, causing all this chaos and misery. Step 2. We hit pause. We keep quiet. And yeah, it might look like we're doing nothing. But then comes step 3. Just like the earth in spring, we regenerate from that stillness. We come back with a deeper understanding of ourselves, more alive than we were before.
So when you boil it all down, the ultimate message of this amazing poem is a call for introspection. It's a simple invitation to stop all the frantic running around on the outside and just for a moment look inward. Neruda's telling us that the answers we're looking for, they're waiting for us right there, in that quiet space.
All right, the poet has made his case. He's done his part, he's counted to 12, now the ball is in our court. And the final question he leaves hanging in the air, well, it isn't for him to answer. It's for every single one of us. If you actually took that moment, what would your quiet reveal?